Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the G.I. Joe 30th Anniversary Renegades tagline, Kurt Airtight Schnurr, or just Airtight, because for the life of me, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Schnurr is what it looks like. But he's the Hostile Environment Specialist. Very nice looking figure here in the packaging. Of course, on the back you got some box art of him, some of the other characters available from Waves 3 and 4. Down here, his reader says, Dr. Kurt Schnurr is a scientist working for Cobra Industries. Schnurr became a biochemist to fight disease in developing countries, and he believed Cobra personnel when they assured him that they would support his goal. But he discovers that Cobra has a darker plans for his research, and that even his lab partner, Dr. Monev, is not who he pretends to be. Up here it says, combat gear, rifle, hose, purification backpack, oxygen tank, hazmat helmet, oxygen hose, shotgun, and containment unit. So, an awesome looking figure here. Let's open him up. And here we have Airtight out of packaging. Now he is an awesome looking figure. He's got his hazardous environment, containment rifle attached here, with his hose running to the back of his purification backpack. So an awesome looking figure here. I'm loving how he's got I'm just loving the overall look of this guy in general. Now, I was a little bummed out you couldn't put the oxygen tank and the purification backpack on at the same time. You can only attach one, and if you attach the oxygen tank, which is really nicely detailed, I like how they get all the squiggles to make it look like there's actual health warnings on there, and it's really nicely detailed. You won't be able to have the hose running to his, I can never remember the name of this thing. His purification rifle is what I'm going to call it for the sake of things. He's also got a generic little shotgun, which is nice, but I'm not going to have him holding that. And he's also got this great little containment unit, which is incredibly Ghostbusters to me. I mean, honestly, that's what this guy looks like a little bit to me. It's just kind of a Ghostbuster. I mean, don't get me wrong, I obviously know Airtight was a G.I. Joe from way back, but still an awesome looking figure. He's always kind of reminded me of one. Now, his helmet is really nicely detailed. That's where it comes in. This is more of a 30th anniversary figure than a Renegades figure to me. Mainly because he fits the thing they're going for, you know, the whole hazardous environment, Compound Z, zombies thing. I mean, Cobra's got the Hazard Viper, G.I. Joe's got Airtight. I mean, this line is crying out for them to redo the Toxo Viper. I don't know why they won't. But if you go by Renegades, you wouldn't be able to display him with his helmet off, because in Renegades they say he's a carrier of the Anaconda strain, which basically means whenever he takes his helmet off or he's exposed to air, then he grows scales. I forget exactly what it's supposed to do, but it just makes it grow scales in the show. I forget if they give it a deeper meaning, but oh well. So, to me, he's a 30th anniversary figure. I mean, don't get me wrong, Renegades is fine, but he just doesn't fit the cartoon line, even though he was on an episode to me. Now, let's actually pull his rig off. You can see there. Put his oxygen tank on for a bit. You got there. See if it's just fine on his back. It looks very nice. Pulling him off. As far as his articulation, his arms go up, do a full 360, and bend and spin at the elbow. Are hinged at the wrist, which is very nice. A lot of nice rifle hose movements. I mean, rifle allows him to hold the rifle in a lot of neat ways. God, I can't talk today. His head pretty much does left and right the way they've designed his mask. He's got an ab crunch going on despite his vest, which is nice. Also turns. So they kept a lot of his ab movement despite giving him this massive vest. Legs go forward, back, out. Double joint at the knee. Have a very nice ankle joint. So let's put him back on his base here. Yeah, Airtight's a figure I've been waiting for the 25th anniversary line to redo. And I gotta admit, this guy, I mean, the whole line, I've already said this, but the Renegades figures, with the exception of one or two of them, don't really look like quote-unquote Renegades figures to me. They look like standard 25th anniversary, 30th anniversary figures. So we'll actually not bother with his getting his hose back, and we'll put his containment unit in his hand. And for the sake of things, his shotgun. Oh, his finger actually goes to the trigger guard. That's a nice little effect. You don't see that too much. So, These series actually aren't that hard to find out there. I've seen a couple of them in my area. Now, granted, Airtight's one of the harder ones to find. Wave 4 in general is harder to find than Wave 3. But I am absolutely loving this guy, especially the detail they've got on his little chest rig there. The only thing that could have made this guy better for me is if the oxygen tank and the purification backpack could have gone on at the same time. But I'm loving him. He completely fits the 30th anniversary whole zombie things I've already said, even if he is supposed to come from Renegades, where he's got the Anaconda strain. But this guy is a definite must-own in my book, and that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.